Let's face it, life isn't easy. If you're stuck in a bad relationship, betrayed or afraid of tomorrow, financially insecure, or desperate for a breakthrough, you've come to the right place. Dr. Carmen Harra is a renowned psychologist, intuitive, relationship expert, and best-selling author, and she's here to give you the miracle guidance you need. Her new call-in show, Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life, offers profound wisdom, practical advice, daily exercises, and empowering predictions, all for you. Dr. Harra's show aims to eliminate everyday problems, big and small, with topics like healing your relationships, reclaiming your power, achieving better health, dealing with loss, and so much more. Regain the joy, stability, and fulfillment you deserve to feel. Tune in to Miracle Guidance for Everyday Life with host Dr. Carmen Harra, live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and find the answers you've been looking for.
I guess can somehow get through because, okay, so Glynis is calling me because I feel like she can't get through. Glynis?
I'm on a busy signal there, Carmen.
Yeah, busy signal. Let me, hold on, because we need to, there's so many people online that we don't know what we're doing. So, okay, let me give the number to my producer. He will call you, okay?
Okay.
He will call you right now. He will call you. Okay.
All right,
perfect.
So what number do you want me to give it to you right here?
The one you're calling me from. I'm so sorry. I just need to get my Glynis with me because she's my guest tonight, and without her I cannot have the best show. Like everybody's waiting for her. So she just called me, and I'm waiting to give this number. I'm trying to give this number to my producer so he can call her. Okay. So Christopher, I'm sending you this number right now. So sorry about this. This is just because we have too many people. So I send my producer the number for Glynis, and hopefully we're going to have her on. Now, we're going to talk about 2021, but my guest, as you know, is somebody who's such an extraordinary person, a super talented lady who can actually translate for us what's going to happen in 2021, and she can talk to all of you. Everybody listening online, just hold on the line. We're going to be with you. I know there's so many of you waiting for almost an hour. Rosemary from Ontario, Lucienne from Montreal, Sue. There's a lot of people. I cannot tell you how many we are waiting, and that's okay. The most important thing is to have my guest on, and hopefully Glynis is with me tonight. I hope so. Is in the room. Glynis!
Hi, Carmen.
Oh, so the most amazing guest of all time. When Glynis is with me, I don't know what's happening. Some kind of a magic is happening in the universe. Everybody wants to call. The whole world wants to call Glynis. I love you. Happy New Year. I'm so grateful that you are with me.
Happy New Year to you. Yes. My goodness, right?
Glynis.
I'm happy to leave.
Year.
Happy to leave good old 2020 and welcome 2021.
Right. Yes, and that's why, everybody wants to know, what is Glynis going to tell us about this?
Yes.
Because we are so excited to hear her telling us what's going to happen to us.
Yes.
So, the stage is yours, You, my beautiful guest, I love you.
Yes, here's what I would say for starters. The only way to move forward is always to look backwards for a moment to reflect on what happened. So let's go to 2020 for a moment. When we talked about 2020, I said it represented seeing things clearly, not the way you wish them to be, but as they really were. And that's what happened. It was a real tough reality. Like when that pandemic hit, the fact is those who chose to, not do anything about it, like, hey, I don't want to wear the mask, I don't know if it's real, well, they got sick. In my own life, I lost 8 people, Carmen. 8 people passed away from that virus. So it wasn't a question for me, but what it represents, look, this year, when you change energy, that number promotes kind of being a homebody, like staying inside your home. I call it the human turtle, the number 4. 2 plus 0, 2 plus 0 is 4. And when you go in your shell, you don't even feel that comfortable going out. Well, this year is all about being out. It wants you outside. It wants you to find a way to have fun. So I say the more we're willing to do what it takes to make that happen. Like example, my sister Monica lives in New Zealand. Well, they did it right. They did the mask, they did the social distance, and they were able to hang out together at Christmas.
Right,
Whereas
exactly.
I live here in California, and we couldn't go anywhere. So here's my point. That what you have to do in reflecting on last year is consider the good stuff. What was the good news? One of the good news was what we learned about each other, right? You learned who was there for you, who cares about you, who let you down, who were the people who checked to make sure you were okay, or were you the only one checking to see if they were okay? To me, it was a moment to regroup because we lost our normal schedule. We were able to just stop and reconsider our lives. Some people actually started new businesses because they actually had a moment. And also, so many were let go from their job. It was like, well, what do I do now? So this year, here's what's ironic. This year's going to move so fast, Carmen, that you've got to write down everything you want to accomplish, or before you know it, it's over. So that's the key. But it's also based on laughter, communication, it's connection, it's playful, it's natural detective, which means last year I told you it was about seeing truth that you want to see. This time it's about if you think you don't know what's going on, you can do your research and have your breakthroughs that you want to have. So I'm very excited about this year. The shadow side is drama. Well, we already know that. The drama was going to happen. You know, as we change administrations, everything happening, that was going to be a part of it, but it's going to get much better. Like as we move towards the months of June, July, as we move into the cycle, it's going to be great. I really look forward to it for everybody. And I wanted to ask you, Carmen, what is your month and day? Just your month and day.
March 25th.
March 25th?
March 25th.
So last year, you were in a personal year of 5, so that had to feel pretty hectic for you.
Right, yes.
And also, when you were in a cycle of 5, it means that even if you had a plan, it didn't necessarily go through. It's like, what the heck's going on here? Like, why am I not in control? Yes. Well, the good news is this year, January 1st, you get your power back. This is a really strong cycle for you, Carmen.
It is, because
cycle of 6 is wonderful. It's one of the strongest cycles in numerology, so it's a blessing with what we've already been through that you now move into a cycle where you kind of take your power back and have more command of what it is you want to make happen. And it's a lot of opportunities end up coming your way in this cycle.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now, what do you think about this 5 when it comes to the how should I say, freeing us from this pandemic, from this craziness, from...
Well, this is what I believe. Like when I said that by June, it starts to clear up in a good way, I think we start being able to connect with each other and see each other and have bigger groups in the summer. Like, I really believe it's going to take that kind of time, but we're going to get there. I am sure of it. There's no way we would ever go through another year of what we went through. The reason last year was also difficult, when you're a 4 energy, you're stubborn. You know, you hit your head before you learn. And if you think how we handled the whole process, you saw a lot of people hitting their head before they learned. And unfortunately, some people lost their lives for it, right? I mean, I can't even... When I said I know 8 people personally, part of me thinks maybe I was supposed to be subjected to it to that degree so that I was going to be a crusader to help people stay alive. You know, I don't... Why the heck should any of us... You know, we talk about some of the nurses, and by the way, I know 2 nurses. One of them told me she would have patients that thought this was fake. They thought it was a pandemic, and they were in such denial, they ended up actually dying. And while on that deathbed, not knowing they were dying. Like, just not believing it. Which is scary, right, Carmen?
Right, absolutely, my God.
Well, that shift is happening. And it's not even about me saying, oh, gee, do the vaccine. I understand people having every right to be afraid of a vaccine because it's something new. And that's why I said summertime. If you've got 6 months to kind of see what goes on, That's giving you time to figure out what you want to do. But in the meantime, you should be taking care of your health. And I'm always, I recommend things like wellness formula pills because it keeps your immunity strong. I recommend oil of oregano pills for the same reason. And what's funny, I used to get sick twice a year, but during this pandemic, I didn't get sick at all, Carmen, because I was so on top of my immunity, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why I said we will not stay in this. We are going to have our shift, and I'm looking very forward to it, as I know you are.
Oh, my God, I'm so excited for what you're telling us. I let all everybody listening. We have so many people online, so many people want to talk to you. People who wait for almost an hour and something just to speak with you. Yeah, so I'm actually going to go to the calls if you want and take someone who's been waiting for an hour and a half. Rosemary from Ontario. Hi, Rosemary.
Hi, Carmen. Hi, Glynis. I love both you ladies. And together, you're powerhouses.
Hi.
Hi.
All right, so go ahead. Rosemary, what's your date of birth?
I'm October 4th, 66.
And what is the question?
Well, my question is, I guess, do you see any change or addition to my career before I retire in these last 5 years?
Well, tell me what you picked for your work. What were you doing?
So what I am doing, I'm a support worker for students with developmental disabilities.
Okay, so always when I see that and look at your numbers, see that you were born on a 4-day, see that you're a 9 life path, which is someone who feels called, that before they leave this lifetime, they want to make sure they left their footprints in the sand and that they made a difference. So have you done any writing, Rosemary?
No, I haven't.
Okay, I feel like what you learned in this work that you've done, couldn't you help people? Like, even when I think of our society and how upside down we've become, one of the examples is how we've lost our manners and the goodness. Isn't that something you feel strongly about?
I do.
Okay, so I feel like there's a book in you, is what I'm saying. Like, I look at how many years did you invest in this career?
20.
Thank you, little master. Let me tell you how it works. It takes 10 years to become a master at anything. You've done it for 20. That makes you a double master in what you know.
Right.
But now you've got to take that information and share it. Like, what did you learn? How can you help people? And are you talking about handicapped, or tell me what you're talking about exactly?
Yes. Physical
mentally?
disabilities also, yes, and intellectual disabilities.
All right,
Correct.
So let me ask you this. Did you see significant breakthroughs in some of the kids?
Yes, absolutely.
And wasn't it in the way that you did it? Like you treated each one as an individual, correct?
Yes. Oh, for sure.
Right. So I'm telling you, you need to put this into book forms to help people do a better job with their child. You know, because they have...
That's a genius idea. Brilliant. Absolutely.
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's perfect because here's the thing. So often parents have this vision of what their kid's supposed to be, and then when their child turns out to have any kind of handicap, they don't know how to deal with it. And they go about it the wrong way, whereas, Rosemary, you've been the eyewitness news. You know what works and what doesn't. So that's what I see, and guess what? Wonderful. You're in a personal year of 1 right now, which means brand new beginnings, getting in the driver's seat of your life, and it goes for the next 9 years. So that's what I would start doing, even if it's taking an online creative writing class so that you can start outlining this story.
Well, the only writing I have done is just the annual birthday letters I write to both my sons every year. Even though they're adults now, I always kind of recap them year at a glance, and I love doing that. But
they have to love it. Like, look, let me tell you, in your numerology, born on a 4-day, you're like, you lay it out. You have every detail. You're like a detective who, has the whole story. You don't miss anything. That's why I said, let's kick it up a notch, right? Because as much as you love your family, and I can see that as 9s are very loyal, I want you to help the planet, Rosemary. We're in trouble, and we need help. And you're one of those people who can do it. Make a difference.
Well, thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rosemary.
Love you.
Happy
Have
New
a wonderful year. I love you,
Happy
Rosemary. Thank you for calling the show.
My call.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful. I'm going to go to Sue in Connecticut. She's born March 4th, 1952. Hi, Sue. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi, Carmen. Can you hear me?
Hi, beautiful. So you are with my amazing Glynis, and she will tell you about your birthday. So it's March 4th, 52.
March 4th, 1952. Happy New Year to both of you.
Happy New Year, my love. I love you.
Okay, so, Sue, a couple things. I would say last year, because of that energy 2020, you happened to be in a personal year of two, and what I found is people who had the two in a significant place in the chart, they were emotionally drained. Like it was a little more overwhelming for your kind of energy mentally. How did you do? How was it for you last year?
I was emotionally drained. You're right.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You know, I think I'm a number 6. So,
right, but you're literally a 6 life path, but technically you were in a personal year of 2, and that's where the drain came in. Do you have kids? Do you have kids?
I have 3 adult children and a grandson and a granddaughter that I lost, and I talked to her about that. Yeah.
How old was she?
She was born on September 13th of 2015 and died on the 20th of 2015.
Oh, so she's
only a week old, and Carmen says she's coming back after 5 years, and that would be this year in the fall.
Okay, so this was whose baby was this? One of your children's baby?
Yes, it was my middle son's baby. That was, she, like I said, she was born in 2015 and died a week later after she was born. And then my grandson was born on that exact same date the following year in 2016.
Oh, that's so powerful. But here's what I would also say. Looking at energy, you're a nurturer, and taking care of others is very important to you, but you need to learn to have boundaries, Sue, because you care way too much, and that's not always healthy. Like sometimes, if we're not careful, what we don't deal with mentally can attack us physically, so you got to make sure you're keeping yourself physically healthy. The good news about this year is you're going to a personal year cycle of 3, which is promoting you, tapping into your own inner child, like celebrating having fun and laughing. Like the things that you took too seriously last year, you'll see some of the silliness this year, which, of course, I'm happy for you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah. And so I would also say this, since you have a 7 attitude and you're a 6 life path, the 7-6 means everything you dissect, you over-process. It can make you feel confused and not sure. It's like, I made this decision, and then you walk away going, uh-oh, did I make the right decision?
Yeah.
Right. So I want you to learn to say to that voice, say, you know what, thank you for sharing, I'm moving forward. That is literally what I tell people with your numbers, to just go, hey, thank you for sharing, I'm moving forward, to your mind. Because your mind is relentless, Sue. And the other one for you, deal breaker, is the liar. When someone's dishonest. When I look at someone, a chart like yours, you feel so betrayed. You'd rather someone tell you something horrible than lie to you.
And I've been lied to and betrayed, yes.
I believe it. So that's why I said, look at this year as a chance to, 1, tap into your inner child, to have a lot more fun. Play, like music always comes to my mind. If I feel down, I will literally put music on just to put myself in a good mood. I'll pick a great song off of YouTube. But I'm suggesting do that this year. Like stop and go, what would bring me joy? What about exercise, by the way? Are you exercising at all, Sue?
Every single day for at least
an
hour. At least.
Oh, good. And do you play music that you like when you do it, or tell me about the workout?
There's music that plays with the videos that I watch. I don't know if you've ever heard of Les Mills, but I do those routines.
Right. And so here's the thing. What I'm suggesting, since you're in a cycle of 3, you could you could mute the sound, do the workout, but put music on that is just your favorite of your life. Whatever made you the happiest growing up, put that music on and watch what happens. Watch the shift that happens inside your body, because ultimately that's all vibration. And what I'm telling you is let's instead of a lower frequency, which was last year, let's make it as high as we can this year, because good things are in store for you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank
my
you.
love. I love you. Thank you. Happy New Year,
Love
Sue.
you.
Thank
Happy
you
New
for
Year.
calling. Love you more. Mwah. I'm going to go
Thank
to
you.
Luciana. It's from Montreal. I think Luciana, she's been waiting for an hour and a half also. And
Hi.
she's born 12/28/66. Hi, my love. You're here with
Hi,
my
Dr.
amazing
Harra.
Glynis.
Hi, Glynis.
You're here
awesome
with
lady.
Glynis. Yes.
Happy New
Okay,
Year.
so-
for calling Glynis.
Just so you know, Carmen, I didn't get her first name, this gal's name that
So,
we're talking to
Jana.
is Jana. And then I got that
No,
she was born the
Luciana.
20... Shauna?
12/28/66.
Right, I got
It's
that part. All right.
Luciana. Luciana.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Luciana.
L-U-C, Luciana. Okay, so born with a 4, 5, 8. All right, so let's look at that. This year, technically, it just brought you into a cycle of 9, which means clearing space for new beginnings. It's actually time for you to make some changes. What are you considering, Luciana? What are you thinking of doing differently?
Okay, well, first of all, I was laid off from my job, like a lot of people were.
Right. When was
working
that,
at-
though? When was that?
In March, at the end of March.
Okay, gotcha. Go on.
Okay. And because of the COVID or whatever, then it kind of
Yeah.
made a way... It was kind of a good thing that I was laid off because, in a weird way, because then, I started having family issues. My sister, started getting anxiety attacks and, there's all kinds of family issues that were happening. So it kind of cleared the space for me to help them.
Right.
And now what I'm thinking about doing is going in a different direction altogether, and I wanted to go into insurance, general insurance. I want to be an insurance broker.
And tell me, what kind of insurance would you be selling then? Is it home insurance? Tell me what kind you're thinking.
Home, car.
Okay. All right, so here's what I would say. Let me ask you also, though, did you ever consider studying the stock market? Have you ever looked at the numbers when it comes to that?
Occasionally, but I really don't play the stock market.
No, you don't. It's not about playing it, because here's the thing. In numerology, the number 8 and the number 4, when they, like, even if you got a book called Stock Market for Dummies, Stock Market Trading for Dummies, I'm not kidding, you literally have it in your chart to do well. Like, you just don't know that about you because you've never really focused on it. But
Right.
I want you to consider looking into that a little bit, because it could be a side thing. I'm not saying make that your career. But when you turn $1 into $10, you are a happy girl. You
I
love
am.
that. It's like financial security. That's who you are. It's like, I got to make sure I've got stability so that when I'm old and gray, I can relax.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm telling you, when I said that, stock market for dummies, I'll bet you money it does exist. Look it up on Amazon. But also, yes, insurance is fine. Pursue that, because look, again, you're helping other people, right? You're helping them buy insurance that works for them. It's rewarding in that way, but you also care about security, not just for you, but for other people.
Yes.
And it's
You're
true,
right.
what you just said. When you got laid off from that job, you had time you haven't had in years. So for you to be able to help the family, it was like, wow, I've never been able to even catch my breath, let alone help out here in the way that I have. So I'm glad that happened. Keep this in mind. Cycle of 9 means you get a payoff by year's end, and it has nothing to do with your efforts this year. It's more like saying your integrity and the good that you've done for the last 9 years, you finally get a payoff of some kind. So keep that in mind for this year. No doubt.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much,
Okay.
Glynis.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
I got your
my
book, by the
dear.
way. Glynis, by
Which
the number.
Oh, you have to buy all Glynis
Yeah,
books,
I was
everybody
saying.
listening.
Fantastic.
Fantastic.
Okay, but do you have Glynis has your number or Love by the Numbers?
No, Glynis has your number.
Yeah, Glynis has your number is wonderful. And what people need to know, both of those books are standalone books. Like, there's different information in both, and they're just so much fun to refer to. So I'm
Oh my
thrilled
God,
that you
those
heard that.
books,
And also for the
those
people around
books
you.
are
Get to
amazing.
find out so many
Amazing
things.
books.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's like a little diary. You pop in there and you're able to help
Yes.
understand your friend. And, I just talked to a client today who said she's a 9 life path. Well, so is her brother, but she has a 3 attitude, which is a very optimistic energy. He has an 8 attitude. Sometimes he's very honest, but she used to take him wrong. Like, he could hurt her feelings when he didn't mean to, and now they get along perfectly because of that book. The book gave her knowledge she wouldn't have. She goes, Glynis, if I didn't know what I do from that book, Glynis has your number. She says, we wouldn't even be speaking right now, but now I get it. I understand. And that's the same thing with you, Luciana. You have that. Also, that helps you understand. It makes you feel better. Yeah.
It does. It helps you understand other people, too, and accept them for who they are. Yes.
Exactly. Instead of thinking you want to change them, the thing about energy, especially when it's a challenge, if you can understand where they come from, they can't upset you anymore.
That's true, yes.
It's awesome.
Knowledge is power, absolutely.
Yes.
And also, I'm a student of astrology, so that helps too.
It's fun. Well, and it's all numbers, right? Astrology has all those numbers in there as well.
Yes, it's because Thank you so much, Glynis, for your time,
You're welcome.
for your expertise. Yeah.
You're welcome.
I love you. For everybody listening, you guys have to buy Glynis books, because I've had many books on numerology, but none of them comes even close in terms of information. I tell you, Glynis, it's not because I love you and I know you and I'm so grateful to you. It's true. It's the truth. If anybody wants to learn about themselves, you go to Glynis, buy both of those books. But I have your book, Glynis.
And it's
I have your books by my bed for many, many years. I cannot live without your book. We're going to take a break, and we have a lot of callers. We have Beth, we have Susan, we have Yonika. You guys hold on the line, and Glynis will have time for you. So just don't go anywhere. I'll be back in 1 minute.
God bless you. Ciao.
The best of the holistic, spiritual, and conscious world. OMTimes Radio. IOM FM.
OMTimes magazine is one of the leading online content providers of positivity, wellness, and personal empowerment. A philanthropic organisation, their net proceeds are funneled to support worldwide charity initiatives via Humanity Healing International. Through their commitment to creating community and providing conscious content, they aspire to uplift humanity on a global scale. Connect at omtimes.com. OMTimes, creating a more conscious lifestyle.
My name is Victor Furman. Some call me The Voice. I've always been fascinated with human nature, spirituality, science, and the crossroads at which they meet. Join me Wednesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern on OMTimes Radio, and we'll explore these topics and so much more on Destination Unlimited.
These are the sounds of a dinner that almost didn't happen. A dinner now served, thanks to people like you. Due to COVID-19, 17 million more Americans may face hunger. Feeding America is helping our neighbors in need. And if you're able, you can too. Donations are being accepted at feedingamerica.org/coronavirus. Brought to you by the Ad Council and Feeding America, 200 food banks strong.
Absolutely crazy. Okay, everybody, my wonderful guest this evening is the most renowned numerologist to me of all times, and not exaggerating. So if you have a chance, like a very rare chance, because Glynis cannot make it as often on the show, but, call the line 202-570-7057 if you want to talk to Glynis tonight. It's your opportunity, so don't miss it. I'm going to go to, because we have so many people online, I'm going to go to somebody who's waiting for another hour. I think is Yonika from New York, and she's born, let me see, she's born September 29, 1962, Glynis. September 29, 62.
Turn that off, please. Okay, great. And her name was Tamika?
Yonika.
How do you spell that?
Ionica.
Ionica. Okay. And can I hear her voice?
Hi, Yonika, can you hear us? Hello? Can you hear us? Hi, my lovely.
Yes,
you are with Glynis.
Hi.
Okay,
Hi,
beautiful.
Glynis. Hi, ladies. I love you guys so much, and Happy New Year, and all the best for you and for your family.
Okay,
Thank
my lovely
you.
Yonika. So let's see. So I gave Glynis your birthday, that is in September 1962, so September 29, 62. Okay.
Yes. All right, so and I wanted to say something before we do a read on her. At the end of this month, Carmen, I'm doing What's in Store for the New Year. Like, it's literally how to make the most out of 2021. Yes. It's an online workshop, and it's on a Saturday, but they can see that at numberslady.com. But here's what I did. Remember my numerology calendar where you get that special symbol?
Yes, those amazing numerology. Yeah.
Yes. Well, they get the PDF for free if they sign up by the 12th. So they got to take advantage of that, because that calendar is a hotcake. We've sold 10,000 since.
Yes,
I know.
Always.
And these are all,
people
they're
are
all
crazy
repeat.
about those.
Yes.
Now,
they're
so where do they?
customers.
How do they do this? How do they sign? Can you give the information? Okay,
yeah,
they go to your site.
If they go to numberslady.com and they click on products, the first item tells them all about the workshop, and then the ones who sign up by the 12th of this month, they get a free copy of the PDF version, not something mailed to their house, but in their email. They get the 2021 numerology calendar, and remember, it's their full date of birth that determines which calendar they get, because there's 9 different calendars. So it's exciting, and that's an offer that I have for your people.
Phenomenal, phenomenal. Thank you so much. So everybody, please sign up till the 12th. So you don't have too many days, but you can do it even tonight. So excited about this.
Yeah.
So
okay, so now let's do the reading. And the date of birth is 9/29/1962. And then do me a favor, pronounce your first name.
Ionica, Ionica.
Oh, yeah, that's easy. It made me think of Monica, so it's Ionica, right?
Yes, Ionica, yes.
All right, so here's what I would say. There is no way that you are not incredibly psychic. Like, you feel the truth all the time. When you meet someone, you're like, oh, I love this person. Or you meet someone, you're like, okay, they just drained me, and I'm miserable now. You've got to be so careful, Ionica, who you spend your time with, because you have this really gentle heart, and you always go out of your way. Like, you're a natural giver, but you have to be careful to not only attract the takers, people who take advantage, take from you, and they never give back. That is not healthy for you, and that's something you have to learn to balance. It's like a balancing act to get it right. Are you in a relationship or not?
No, I'm a widow.
You're what?
I'm a widow.
What's funny, you guys, what I'm hearing is I'm illegal. I'm like, what does that mean? wait, let me guess. It means you're underage. Hey, I'm illegal. If you get with me, baby, I'm illegal. So are you saying you're single?
No, she's a widow. She's a widow.
Oh, widow. W-I-D-O-W.
Yes,
okay.
Exactly.
Well, hear what I say? You are a catch. So even though you've been through this, and I know your love was fiercely loyal and you were all about it, your numbers, whoever could be with you would be so darn lucky. Aww. You're like a little heart, like a human.
Yes.
You know, when we look at the little emojis with the heart, that is who you are. You are loyal, you're kind, and you love good company, and you also have a great sense of humor. Like, you love to laugh. If someone's funny, you want to hang out with that person. I'm saying this year, you're in a personal year. Let me check this. Personal year of 7, which means working on the spiritual side of who you are. Like, when we ask the questions, who am I, what am I, why am I here? You get those answers, Ionica, this year. You're going to get some real breakthroughs for you. Spiritually.
She's going to be with somebody else this year?
Well, what I would say about that, since she's in a cycle of 7, it's completely up to her, because 7 actually promotes us to spend time with ourselves and, like, really kind of have a love affair with ourselves. That's what it's asking for.
Right.
But here's the thing, because it's literally God energy. When did you become a widow? How long has it been?
8 years ago.
Okay. So when I talk about, like, 9 years is considered a completed cycle, that tells me it could easily be in this new year coming up, meaning right now you're working on you. By the way, the partner I see is a spiritual person. There are 2 types of people on the planet. They either thank God or think they're God. You don't want someone who thinks they're God, Ionica, do you?
Yeah,
No.
I think I'm a God.
No, I mean the guy who you want to be with. Thank God or think you're God. There's nothing worse than a man who thinks he's God in his world. They are the most draining humans on the planet.
Right.
Yeah. So, but here's the thing. In this cycle, it's possible to have that energy come in if you want it. This is all on you. So even when you said to me, I'm a widow, well, that was 8 years ago, but look at you. You're still kind of devoted to something that is gone on this plane. Obviously, love is forever. When we pass away, we see those people we love. But more love is here for you, is what I'm telling you. I am sure of it.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love it. So you have to take this information and fill your heart with this and be excited and get ready.
Yeah.
Get ready, because I know.
This year, this
Go
year
ahead.
is going to be 9 years when my husband passed away.
Right.
He died
It's this year?
Yeah, because he died in 2012.
2012. Hold on. Yeah, so that becomes... That's good, though. That is year of completion for you. So I'm saying your devotion and love, that's forever. You know, that energy goes with us no matter what. But when I see 3 2s in someone's chart, you're meant to share yourself again. And it's not about... There's no betrayal here is what I'm trying to tell you. That loyalty is forever, but you're supposed to have energy here, too. It's just like pets, by the way, Carmen. You know how some people say, but I love my pet. I can't have another when they die. I say, of course you can. Right. You are here to love. That's all we're here for. Because this lifetime is difficult. We all are in this kind of like spiritual warfare. But if we can find a partner who is full of love and kindness, it makes it easier. Like my husband, Charlie, I've been with him 18 years. He is not just the love of my life. He makes me laugh every day. Every day.
Amazing.
Yeah, so that's what I want for Annika. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm a widow for 10 years, Glynis, so my husband...
Yeah, but Carmen, you deserve love. I wonder, did you ever do I'm going to turn that Love by the Number CD into an MP3. I'm going to send you a copy of that, because you need to be proactive on that. Are you in a relationship now, Carmen?
No, I'm single.
Yeah, no, we got to fix that.
Years.
You're another one. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not good.
I want a copy too.
Yeah, but it's at numberslady.com. So check it out. You'll see all my stuff. This is what I did. Became my dedication. Numerology is my tool, and then I work on things like the financial side of our life, healing our body, and also manifesting healthy love. Because we cannot have what our subconscious doesn't believe exists. But if we can convince it exists, it appears, and that's what we want. And in Carmen's case, Carmen, you're breastfeeding the planet. You never stop giving love. It's all you do. But you're certainly supposed to have it come right back to you. Yeah. Yeah, and plus, remember, last year wouldn't have been good for you in love, Carmen, but this year would be. Cycle of 6 is good.
Yeah, you told me, because it's 6. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
so there you
Glynis, how is going to be my health? How is my health?
All right, so here's what I would say about the health. When you have all those 2s, it is imperative that you not internalize the stuff that upsets you. So what I suggest, I have like a mini tape recorder, and when I get upset, I will tell the story. Like I record it, and I talk to it and tell it why I'm mad, who hurt me, whatever it is. And then I play it back, and I listen to it once. Just listen to the whole thing, and then I hit delete. When you do that, Ionica, you are removing the negativity from your body so that you can stay healthy. That's key.
Good. That's very, very
You'll be
significant.
fine.
Okay, Ionica, I love you, sweetie. Happy New Year. Thanks for calling.
You're welcome.
I love you too. You're welcome. Thank you very much, Glynis, and all the best for you and for family. And stay safe.
Oh, yes. We're going to stay safe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
Glynis, I'm going to go to Beth. Hi, Beth. I think in Virginia. She's April 25th, 72.
Yes, hello.
Glynis, can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, but say that date of birth again.
So Beth is born April 25th, 1972.
Okay. And Beth, let's see. What happened with you last year versus this year? let's see, 2, 3. So you are ultimately a 3. I would say, Beth, since you were born on a 7-day and you're a 3 life path, that people have often misunderstood who you are. Like they think they know you and they don't. How often has that felt true for you?
That's felt true pretty often in my past. Now I'm more self-actualized, so I used to not understand myself either. So now...
Oh, so you were trying to figure it out and now you feel you did. Well, I will tell you this. Since you're ultimately a 3, that part of you is it's like light, it's kind of goofy, likes to have fun, wants to be playful. But when you're born on a 7, without seeing your face, I would tell you there is an intensity in your eyes because that is your numbers. Like people, you look through people. I want to put you that way. Like you can, not only can you feel who's authentic and who isn't, but you don't want to waste time. If this person's not quality or someone's trying to impress you and they don't know what they're talking about, you want to run for the hills. You're like, I got no time for this.
Yeah.
So again, right? Yes. So you've got to be real careful, again, who you choose to spend your time with. Like you have to choose wisely. Now, what career have you picked, Beth? What are you doing with your life?
Well, I have a home business in feng shui, and I do energy clearing. So I'm part-time doing that, part-time in sales for a mattress company, and I'm a single parent, so I am a full-time mom. I take that job as the most serious, but my healing job is the most fun.
Yeah, but you know what, Beth, I'm going to tell you, you are technically a healer. So being a mom, that was just a part of your calling. Like you were going to be a mom no matter what. That's what you do. You mother and nurture a lot of people, even the ones you're helping with the feng shui. But I'm saying when you have the chart that you have, if you didn't use those gifts, you would be very unhappy.
I know.
You know, when you're out there,
all over my body, you saying that?
Yeah, when you're expressing yourself and you're helping those people, it literally is like water in the desert. You feel replenished. So if you're not working, and if it was only the focus on your child, that wouldn't work for you. It wouldn't be enough. It's not that you wouldn't. You already give 150% to that kid all the time. And is it only one child or more than one?
It's only one child, yeah.
And date of birth of that child?
His is November the 17th, 2010. So
2010?
I think he's a 13-4.
Well, and what's the name he goes by?
Ryan, Ryan.
Okay. So the first thing I'd say is, how often is Ryan drawn to quality? Like, likes the nicest things, or if there's something he wants, it tends to be quality. Tell me what he likes. Tell me what it is.
He likes, quality toys, he likes construction and building things, and he likes mechanics, so he likes motorized scooters and crazy carts and
right. So here's what I would say. It's not that the 8 energy or the 4 wants the best. It's like they don't expect it to cost money. They just know they want it, and it tends to cost money. So the thing you have to teach him is quality, to say, hey, honey, let's work on like a career and a great idea for you so that you have that success you want. Because he does have a competitive streak. He wants to be successful.
Yes.
That's in his chart. I also see there's times that he's stubborn and direct. Like he might say things, he's not trying to be hurtful, but sometimes he'll say something that's inappropriate, and that's where you come in and say, hey, you're not going to get what you want talking like that.
Oh, yeah.
And then right? Yep. And then the number 4, sometimes he goes inside. When I called it the turtle, they go in their shells, and he doesn't want to communicate. And with you, it's like, I'd rather you just tell me what's up so we can get past it.
Yes, we do it.
Yeah.
And he's a Scorpio, so he seems to have those energies. The only obstacle in my life I found, though, is picking the wrong, having issues with relationships. I've been divorced twice. I don't want to get divorced again. And
no, you don't. But let me tell you, one of the flaws and things you have to be careful when you have that 3, and especially the 7, you can attract someone for a piece of what they are, and then they don't turn out to be what you hoped. Like you get caught up in the potential of what they could be, and then they let you down. And so I say this as a 3. because we're natural counselors, we have to be careful not to attract the patient.
Yes, that's what
you've done. Yeah.
And, and he was a 7, and that's toxic to a 3.
Yeah. No. The 7-3, no. It promotes chemistry and a huge breakdown in communication, and it can be heartbreaking. The energy, that energy 7 can feel so insensitive to you, you're in shock. Yeah. Listen, I could write a book on the 7 with the 3 because I'm a 3 and I dated 2 7s in my past. And what's funny, here I'm with a wonderful man now because I broke the pattern, which is what I need you to do, and I'll tell you how to do it in a second. But here's what's cute. Those little 7s will still write me every so often on a full moon and say, well, where do we stand? I'm like, what are you, an idiot? We broke up 18 years ago. What do you mean, where do we stand? I mean, they're not the same as we are, okay, Beth? You're really
they're from
3.
They're from Mars. They're
visiting from another planet. I think they're on a spaceship. And I think they're a hologram. I mean, it's just funny. Now, for all the 7s listening, I'm not knocking you as a 7 if you are with a natural match. I am saying that when a 7 gets with a 3, oh my goodness, the breakdown in communication is heartbreaking, yet the chemistry is what kind of keeps you in it longer than you should be.
Yes, and 7s are really great at seeing beauty. They notice the sunsets and the ocean and the nature, and that's beautiful to a 3, and it's romantic.
Yeah, but it's still, no. It's the biggest. Listen, I could give you famous examples to say for the drama of that. Lady Diana and Dodi Al-Fayed were 7-3, and look what happened. Okay, that's dramatic. Natalie Wood and Robert Wagner, 7-3. Look what happened. Farrah Fawcett and Ryan O'Neal, and look what happened. So those are extreme cases, but they still exist.
Yeah, they still exist. Incredible.
So how do I break the pattern? What you're
going to do is you're going to get my affirmations to attract healthy love. The only way you're going to change it is to affirm it daily. It's what I did. I created that CD before I met Charlie. I did it for 6 weeks every single day, and I chanted that sucker over and over until it clicked for me. And then I met the most amazing human on my planet.
I will do that. And then do you stick with the natural match? Like, because I have both your books.
No, it's not like that. Look, you're complicated. So you might meet a guy, let's say he's a 1. He could even be born on a 1 day in a 6 life path, and that would work because of the natural match with your 7. And then he's got the 6. Get it? Because you have 7-3, it ultimately means you are like 2 people. There are 2 sides to you. There's a social side, and then there's a loner side. So you need someone who understands that. But because you already have learned the hard way that when you attract a 7, it's the toxic side of the number. You can't do it again. If you do, you learn a hard lesson. So I say stick with the 2, the 6. A 9's a possibility. Just depends on, let's say he was born on a 7 day and he's a 9 life path. That could be amazing because it's just a piece of who he is. It's not who he ultimately is. This is what a life path means. When we get stressed out, we become our life path number. And that's where the breakdown of communication comes in. Yep. And it matters in the long run.
You're right, because I wish I knew yours before I got married, but now I do.
Yes.
And
you're living and learning now, and that's the key.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Love. Thank you so much for calling. Happy New Year. I'm going to go to Susan. Hi, Susan.
Carmen.
I think I'm having the correct number is October 29, 1966.
Yes.
Okay, my love.
And the first name, spell it.
SUSAN.
Oh, it's Susan?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, Susan, I'll tell you something funny. The phone line here, I literally can hear me talking. But you guys can't. Is that right?
Yeah, we can hear you very well. Yeah.
No, but I mean, you can't hear me twice. I literally can hear Glynis talking when I'm Glynis.
Echo. Yeah. That's something. Yeah. The background.
Are you hearing the echo of my voice, Carmen?
I don't. No.
Okay, so that's lucky. And I guess I'm lucky because I happen to be a fan of mine, so I suppose if I have to listen to me. if I must hear someone talking, I suppose I'll listen to myself. Anyway, all right, Miss Susan. All right, couple things. Because you've got that born on a 2 day and you're ultimately a 7, it would not surprise me if you had deja vu. When you meet people, you could have dreams that come true. And also spirit, literally like ghosts, should be drawn to your energy. So I just want to know about all that in your life. Tell me.
Oh, yeah. I had a dream one time I was in a pool, and all these ghosts came through me, through the pool, to get to the side.
Now, and consider, Susan, consider what that really means. A pool in a dream is life. So you dreamed about life, and these ghosts felt comfortable with you. So now, keeping that in mind, it also means sometimes if a spirit comes along that wants to spend time with you, but you don't want them, you need to learn to just say, I'm senior in my space, and you're not welcome here. You literally can tell them to go away, but other times you're going to welcome that spirit because sometimes it could be family, right? It could be a grandma or whoever who loves you and stops by. But that's part of who you are. Then you have that 3 attitude. 3 will always mean you've got to find ways to express yourself, but also attract people that understand you. Otherwise, you'd rather be alone. How true has that been, Susan?
Oh, yeah, that's the story of my life.
Yeah, right. So are you single right now?
Yes.
Okay. So I would say to you, I would keep the numbers like 1, 5. Those numbers happen to be compatible to your life path. But I would not, 1, 5, 7. I would not say the 4, even though the 4 is considered compatible to you. You get bored easily, don't you, Susan?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the concern I have. Like, if someone's talking and it's not interesting, you mentally leave the building. You're nowhere to be found. They don't know you left, but you did mentally. Yeah, so correct. I want this person that comes in has to be, first of all, I always want to say humor. That's what I see. Because if he's not funny, you don't want to be with him. But also smart and a hard worker. You have no respect for a man who's comfortable spending your money. That would just turn you off. So, cycle-wise, you're in a cycle of 8 right now. A couple suggestions. Stay on top of your health. Look, in the mirror. What can I do to improve myself? Is it physical? Is it mental? Is it spiritual? Whatever it may be, that's the cycle. This year invites you to look at it. Have you done that, by the way? Did this year start where you're like, okay, how do I improve myself? Have you been thinking like that?
Yes.
Well, this is the year to do it. You can literally upgrade who you are. But it's all on you. This isn't about somebody else doing it for you. And it's about finances, too. So tell me, what's the work you do now?
I'm working for a bank.
Good. It's time to rob it. You're in a personal year of 8. Susan, I'll help you. I know a couple, fiends in New York. Tell me, where are you located, Susan?
I'm in Washington, but I'm intending to write a book. So.
Okay, now listen. All kidding aside, here's what I want you to do. A couple things. When it comes to prosperity, this is what I'll give your group, Carmen, that I like. It's just abundance is my divine right. I'm healthy, wealthy, and loved. So abundance is my divine right. I'm healthy, wealthy, and loved. Because, Susan, if you feel called to write a book, you need this book to be successful. Like, anytime someone's really called to write a book, it tends to come through their body. It's like a vehicle, right, Carmen? When you write, doesn't it come through you, Carmen?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah, it's not coming from the mind. It comes through your body. It's like the soul. Tell me, is it about healing? What kind of advice, what are you going to do with this book, Susan? Tell me. Tell me what you're thinking.
Well, I have more than one in my brain, but the one I'm thinking of is called Saturation Point. And it's got a lot of science fiction with some culmination of world events that have been taking place now.
Yep. So you know why you're going to be so good with that, Susan? Remember we made a joke a minute ago that the 7s are from another planet, and one day the spaceship will come and off you go? You've got that in you, Susan. You know you do. So Saturation Point, I love the title. I'm going to do you a favor and see if it's compatible to you, because if you pick a title, You want it to be compatible to ensure its success. So give me just a second to check that for you. Okay, the saturation point. Okay, is she a right? Are you ready, Carmen?
Yeah.
It adds up to a 7 just like she does.
Wow.
Is that true? Hold on. Let me double check. That is too funny. All right, saturation. Nope, it's 268. I stand corrected. Boy, you guys, you should see me. I'm literally doing this. Hold on. Are we going to be wrapping in a sec? Okay,
yeah.
Real quick. It's a 5, which is a natural match. It's a good title, Susan. Go with that title. It's very good for you.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. Everybody listening, I'm so sorry. There are so many of you. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Lastenia. Hi, Margot. All of you, I know you've been waiting for such a long time. But we'll have Glynis again. She has to promise me she's going to come again in the future.
Yes.
So
Numberslady.com.
Numberslady.com. And please get all of Glynis' book. Go get that calendar. Go subscribe to her, to every. And I love you. I love you, Glynis. I'm so grateful. I'm